Akko here, welcome back to Regrowth. I have updated to version 0.7.4. I don't seem to see many glaring changes and nothing seems broken, so that's all good. I've got a lot of things to do, a lot of things to show you. I've done a bit of work off camera. First up, I didn't do a video. Well, this depends when this video goes out. I may have missed a day. I helped a friend all day on Friday, move some things, so I was out the house all day, so I was unable to make a video. So that is why this is either late or I missed a day, one of the two. It depends. If I can get this out early enough, I may put this out a bit earlier. I use some of these blocks. These are the wonderful rusty panels from the technical blocks. I actually changed some of these. I made some change some of these, and actually I prefer them like this, even though it's a bit of an uglier block, I think. I've decided I've put some there. I like the way kind of this seeping effect on these things. I like these blocks a lot. I like this effect as well. When you have it split like that, you get a thicker line down the side. I kind of like it. It makes it look a bit more natural. So I've placed some of them strategically, and these, even though they're the same block, they have like a random rustiness to them, which is really cool. So I've done that. As you can see, I've got some stairs. We shall go down there in a minute. I just want to start off by rebuilding my cobble gen because I didn't do it on camera, and some people may be wondering how I did it. Someone did ask when I did it to show it, so I clearly haven't shown it. I'm going to have to tidy that up. I can't have that like that. So I'm going to do it down here. I'm going to do it so you can see it. And I'm just going to swap that dirt block there. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Swap that dirt block for a metal block. There we go. Bang. Right, so what we want here is we want water like that. So what I've got is a block, then a drop, one block. I've got a bit of glass under there, so it's not actually falling down. There is a bit of glass down there, and I want a bit of lava this side. So this is just a vanilla cobble gen, and what you're going to get is each time they meet there, it's going to create as a cobble, and then one of these stripes transport pipe goes on top, and on top of that, I'm going to want to grab my barrel. There we go, and then all I need to do is power this. So I'm going to put a wooden engine there with a lever on it. And that should do. And that starts up. There we go. Breaks the block. Sweet. The only problem with this at the minute is actually I can do that, yeah. Let's make a structure pipe real quick. Structure pipe, what do I need? Cobble and a cobblestone transport pipe. So I'm going a little bit off book here. My glass is upstairs. Let's say gravel. Let's say gravel, yes. Let's run upstairs because the gates are upstairs as well. So I'm already going off book from what I plan to do. I just want to do that so that it turns itself off when it is full because it'll overflow otherwise. And we can do that really simply with a gate. All we need is a basic gate and cobblestone fluid pipe, stone pipe. Okay, I've got no cobble pipe. I've got no cobble up here either. I need a bit of glass. My base is nearly all downstairs, not quite. These, I made one more set of seeds. They are wither seeds, and what they let me do, amongst other things, is create necrotic bones, so I can make some more hearts, which is very nice. Jump down here. In fact, before we jump down here, remember we finished last episode, we grew that great wood sapling. We made it in the runiculture. It's not growing yet. I don't know if it needs more dirt. It doesn't seem to be enjoying itself there very much. So I may have to move that somewhere a bit better. Right, what was I doing? I want a couple of bits of cobble. I'll do it in here. I've got a crafting table. Cobble. I hope I don't need two gates. I shouldn't need two gates. So cobble, bit of glass, gets me some cobble transport pipes, and then all I want to do is I want to combine one of those with a single piece of gravel. In fact, let's have 8 of these because they'll come in handy. 8 of them. Gets me some cobble structure pipes, and what I should be able to do here is, will this detect if that's full? It might not. It might not detect anyway. Let's have a look. So, inventory empty, inventory full. It's already showing full. That's a shame. Was that the inventory of that thing? Right, let's try that again. Not a very elegant start to the episode. I apologise. Do you show me what you've got in you? Items in inventory, so it's recognising that. Inventory empty. Not empty. It's showing as full, which is not what we want. So I actually need a second gate. I think. Yes, I'm wasting my time there. I just have to keep an eye on that at the minute. What I wanted to do is... Well, that signal's not on, is it? Or is it? Looks like it's not on. I don't know. What I wanted to do is detect when that's full. I want to have the redstone signal off, so I want when it's not full. So space in inventory is what I'm after. Space in inventory, redstone signal on. There we go. Now is that actually going to touch that? It is. Right. So the space in the inventory, it's got redstone signal on. When that is 64 stacks, that should go off, which should turn the engine off. So in effect, we should have just done should have just created an automatic cut off when that gets to 64 stacks. I shall come back and check that later on. So anyway, I just wanted to get rid of that. Thank you to Esk. Esk let me know that I need to upgrade my diamond dolly to complete what the world embraces. So we have got a question here for a on the move completed unclaimed reward. Oh, look at that. What's that full of? Wow, pick one. Okay. So, did you know diamond dollies can move monster spawners around? I bet you did, otherwise you wouldn't have made one, right? Or is bling that more important to you? So, I hadn't made a diamond dolly. That was what I needed for that quest. I can pick one of these. What do you reckon? Do you reckon that'll be zombie, skeleton? I'll go with that one. What are you? You are silverfish. Brr. Goddamn silverfish. I shall put that. There for now. So, right, necrotic bone. I made some of them. 3 of them essence of the wither. So that's the quest we've got to hand in. So let's hand that one in as well. So that's complete now. Wonderful. So we've got another section fully complete. The world. Where the world works. No, what am I looking for? What the world's built from. There we go. I've got one of these complete. Withering seeds. I made some withering seeds. It gives me 2 essence of the wither or some extreme essence. I'll take the extreme essence, of course. And got me some of them. I've got them up to 10, 10, 10. So I've got a fair few of those. I should show you what I've done in here. So I've got these set up a bit different. So I've got all metals in this one. So I can just create ores when I put some things in here. Obviously we've not automated the farms yet, but we shall get to that. That is on the to-do list, of course. Aluminium, tin. Tin? No, not enough. Okay. But there we go. That's on with. And that's rutile there. So I don't do any more of that just yet. In this one, I've got things like gems. I don't actually want some more diamonds. So that's all good. So coal, stuff like that. I chuck in that one. This one, I've got these things. So I've got obsidian, ender pearls, nether quartz, blaze rods, and at the minute dirt. I've got the air, water, earth, and fire in there. At the minute I've been making dirt because 4 of these gets me 32 dirt, which is really nice. I've been using that. I need to make that back into normal dirt, don't I? Become normal dirt. Thank you. That's what I've been doing in that one. And then this one, I've just got all the other random stuff in. You can see there, that's where the essence of the wither I've got stored in there at the minute. I've got nothing made in there. And in here, I've got some basic essence, and I made some of the air shards, some of the farmcraft shards ready for when we get into a bit more farmcraft. So that's all good. Let me put that bit of dirt in there, and I should have somewhere. There we go. That's where my essence is for now. I've not put the super crafting frames back on. We should have quite a few of those. Excellent. How much gold we got? 1, 2 of these. Yes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do something here, a little bit unplanned as well. I'm going to upgrade my hammer because I'm using it a real lot, and I want more auto repair on it. So I'm going to run up here. Is this going to work when it's damaged? Who knows? Out of here is an apple, and I'm going to surround an apple with gold ingots. There we go. And then we're going to come to the tool forge, and we're going to combine a gold block and a diamond with our hammer. What that's going to do is going to give me a new modifier, because that at the minute has got no modifiers left. There we go, we've got a modifier there, and then I'm going to combine a block of gold with a golden apple, and that's wrong. I forgot what the next one is. But there we go, I've got one more moss, so I can put one more moss on it. I thought I had some moss somewhere, but I possibly... there it is. So I'll combine that with that, and that'll just increase the rate at which it regens a bit quicker. There we go. We are going to add a thaumium rod to that, which will give us another thing as well. We can get 2 more modifiers on it. I'm sure a golden apple and something. Or is it a block of diamond? I think it's a block of diamond, isn't it? Yes, it is. I don't want to do that yet. I haven't got quite enough diamond yet, so I'll come back to that. But I shall be adding another modifier on that. So what I'll do is I'll add moss, another moss on there, and then when I get thaumic, I'll add another lot of redstone on that. Make it a bit quicker, but it's pretty quick as it is. Or should I make? Well, we'll see how much 2 moss does. See if it repairs. So that's all good. Now I want a couple 3 apples. I'll leave that on there so I know where it is when I come back for it. Let's run down here. So many things to do, not enough time to do them. And yeah, the factoring 2 bases. And not even showing you down there yet, have I? The factoring 2 bases is really not helping. So what I've decided to do down here is I have opened up the back room there for more crops. Let me just grab some. That should give me 1 more diamond at least. So I'm going to fill that with essence ones. I'm going to move some of these down into here. I'll show you that room in just a minute. So we've got another room here with 12 more crop areas. These are all going to get... I'm not on the roof yet. These are all going to get sprinklers as well at some point, but I'm not going to run to it yet. So I'm going to move some of these in here. I'm going to have sets of 9. I'm going to have a set of 9 diamonds. I'm going to have the metals. I have 9 each of them. Some things I'm only going to have just 3 like I've got in there, but some things I'm going to go to 9s of. So that'll be good. That should get me a bit more stuff. Right, I've got 13 diamonds now. I need 12 for this. So I'm just crafting in here at the minute because I've not got a space in my tool crafting table over there at the minute. 1, 2, 3 of those, and now I can combine those. I bet I've left the golden hearts upstairs, haven't I? Oh man, I shall go get my red hearts, not golden hearts. Red hearts, of course. I shall be right back. I get 3 squid in my mana production. Lovely. So there we go. I've got my red hearts from in the chest from upstairs. So they all want to be in there, and I can get 3 more red hearts. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. So now I'm up to 4 red hearts and 1 green. A bit better than I was. A little bit tougher. So that's all good. Let me just tidy up a little bit. So chuck them in there. Oh man, so much stuff. Oh, I've got to leave it. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll do. Tidy up a bit. Let's chuck that and that in there, and let's go show you what I've built. And right, first thing I've built is this room. I made some more ritual chalk, and I've added the circles to this. So these circles reduce the cost of your stuff in your cauldron. So it's a different pattern to what you do for the rituals. Well, that's why we need the wider walls in this area, and you can see that in this book, which is Brews. Look in there. So it's a few pages in. We've got Cauldron Rituals. Click on that. We've got a few pages in there, and it shows you that pattern there. So you've got 3, 3, 3, 3, then a gap, then 5, and 1's in the corner. So that's what we've done in there. One thing we're going to need for one of our quests is, so that's all I've done in there. Got all them still to do. If we come down to the witchery stuff, boom. What we need for one of these is a redstone soup, which also increases our water power. What's our water power at? 10,450 still. Okay, so building downstairs has done nothing. For that, we need a drop of luck. A drop of luck uses the cauldron, uses these things, which I've actually got all of them. No, I've not got a refined evil yet. Need a gas tier. Okay. Uses that, and it says there, as you can see, if I go back to it, no, it does not show you, does it? It doesn't say how much you need. In the book, it tells you need 7,000, but we should have enough anyway. But it's only 7,000 if you've got these circles round. It's about 9,000 if you want, so we've got enough, yeah. So we don't actually need these circles, but I put them there anyway just because it makes things a bit cheaper. So that's why that is there. Right, have we got any things to hand in? Let's have a look. So I've got one quest for an unclaimed reward. Okay, let's find it. Not in there. Not in there. I can make book of biomes, an extended book of biomes, and I'm not sure what that one is. It's probably symbology. It is symbology, that one. I know what I need to do for that one. So it's not in there, is it? Right. Nope. Not in there. I did that one in, didn't I? Yes. So come on, where are we? Encoding the world. Not in there. Life of the world. Not in there. What am I missing? Oh, it's in there. Great. Oh, okay. That's what I've got. Of course, I've got. Thanks, Wolf. I got my Greatwood sapling, and that gives me some Greatwood logs and 3 more saplings. Excellent. So let's add that in. What I can do now is I can now make a Silverwood sapling, because we needed Silverwood sapling. We need another Greatwood sapling to make that. So with our second Triffid seed, 2 of them, 2 of them, and 3 of them, 2 of them, 1 each of the witchery saplings, we can make our other thing there. So let's start with them. 1, 2. No ruined saplings. I don't want to waste the magic. Damn it. Let me come back and do this in a minute then. Before I do this then, I'm going to instead I'll get that ready off camera. What I'll do is I shall show you what I've built downstairs. I've extended down. I've built some stairs. I kind of want this to be claustrophobic. That's the whole point. So I've done it a little bit close in here. So this kind of gets in the way a bit coming through here, but I want that. Remember that the torches will all be going at some point. The torches will be getting replaced by refined glowstone. So what I've done is I've built a stairway down to a big open grassed area, and I did this using a filler. So I've left the filler pattern still in there just to show you how I cleared all this out. So I used about maybe a tank and a bit of that fuel that I produced. I've not gone right as big as I want because the mana production's in the way there. So I need to take them out now, and I need to do this extra little bit. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 blocks extra deep I need to go to make this my full area. There's my little scaffold area. What do you think of that? Oh, what was there? A bit shabby of me. I was expecting things to fly out and none did. So there we go. I built a little scaffold area. These are technical blocks, and they're the see-through ones. And I've just got some carpenter's stairs with the factory blocks on, and I made a little way down to here. So what we've got above this is we've got a little bit of a crawl space. So if we come right back up here, got a little ladder here. We've got a 2 high crawl space underneath my main floor here, so that's obviously the witchery room there with a carpet. That's the top of those manor things. The botany is all going to go down into the green area, I've decided. I'm going to have witchery and thaumcraft up here, with plant stuff all around the outside. And then I'm going to have Britannia, and my witchery circle's going to be in the middle. I'm going to have Britannia probably over in that corner. And I'm going to have animal farms down this corner, down this edge. And I'm going to have tree farms and stuff around the rest of it. That's what this is going to be down here. So I've built this stairway down. Under here is going to be another 2 high crawl space, and then I'm going to have another floor below this, which is going to be my engineering floor, which I'm going to do all my railcraft, eventually mechanism and all stuff like that is going to be on the floor below this. So this is going to be like a middling floor. I do want metal walls because I want it to be obvious it's still inside the vault, but I want it as a grassed area, and I'm going to do a nice little path using the trodden dirt, meandering through this to the Britannia area, I think, and around, have the path going around the ritual circle. Well, that's my plan for down here. Right, I'll go get that silverwood sapling made, and what I can also do is, now we've got some great wood, I can make some of these tables because they require great wood. This is, I need 3 for that quest there. As you can see, by the way, I've gone to a smaller GUI. I did it on my Infinite video and I got nothing but positive feedback, so I decided to do it on all my videos. Before, when I had a different chair, I was sat probably about a foot further away, probably 2 foot further away from my computer, and it was just a little bit too small for me to see. Now I'm sat a bit closer, I can actually see this, so I can actually operate with this smaller GUI, and yeah, there was no negative comments and several positive comments, so I've decided to go like this one on my videos now. These tables require great wood, so now we have just got some from that quest ending. I can get 3 of them made, so I shall come back in a moment with that quest and that quest both complete, or ready to complete, and we can set up a little research area for our thaumcraft. Excellent. Well, there we go, this has just stopped. It stopped when it got to 63, so it must show us full when it's got 63. I can hear a zombie. So if I take that back out, this is going to start back up. And then as soon as this hits, let's put some of them back in. As soon as this hits 63 stacks in there, what we're going to see, it's a bit slow when it starts up, of course, but it gets quicker. So this is working. Wonderful. Oh man, why so slow? Go on, 4 more. There's 2. So it goes nice and quick once it warms up and it goes to red. But what we should see, as soon as that goes to 63, this redstone signal will go off. There we go. So as soon as it goes to 63, 1. So as soon as there's part of that last stack in there, it shows us full. Excellent. So we've got our little automated cobble gen there. Sweet. And right, I'm going to run down here. I just realised, because there's no light down here, I need to know when it's night time. I need to make a grandfather clock. I shall get on that at some point. What did I want to show you? Oh man, goldfish. Oh, I made them tables, so we've got some down there, and I made 3 extra ones because I think these look nicer on there. I made extra fume funnels, so I've got one on there. Filters, I mean, these things. I upgraded the fume funnels to filtered fume funnels. I also did this one. I did say last time, only these 2 increase the chance of you getting more saplings, which is correct. Adding one to this increases the speed of the oven still. So it doesn't increase the chance of saplings, but it does increase the speed by another 10%. So that's a fully upgraded witch's oven now, with 1, 2, 3 filtered fume funnels on it. So that's all good. Right, I'll run upstairs. Something else I need to show you while we're up there, because I need a rowan sapling. I made a second Horn of the Wild. If you remember, I made a Horn of the Wild for a quest quite early on, and all these trees up here can go down under the base now. I made another Horn of the Wild, and what I've done, I've combined it with a leaf. So I use my shears or leaf, combine a Horn of the Wild with a leaf, got me a Horn of the Canopy. What I can do now is I'm getting this right in the right order, because what happens is this lumber axe is so slow, it's terrible. What happens is if you do the leaves first, then the tree don't all fall down in one go. The tree comes down in 3s. I'm probably going to get another end spawn here. I hear the noise. I hear the noise. I think there's going to be one spawn when I knock this one down. Okay, maybe not. What I can do now though is hold on the canopy. If I right click it, sorry for how loud that is. Let me quickly just turn that down a second while I do this. There we go. Hold on the canopy. Lets you quickly smash all the leaves and get all the saplings. No end as yet. So there we go. I've got 13 rowan saplings. Now though, the problem is when you do lumber axe, these trees that have got no leaves on them. Watch this. It won't cut the full tree down. Just cuts like a little bit of it down. Oh look, hello guy. You coming to play? Right, I'll fight this guy. Oh, go away! Ouch. Is it 91, 83? That should be fine. Spam, spam, spam. Done no enchanting yet. There we go. One dead end. So I'll get the rest of this cut down now. I've cut these down. I'll do that in a minute though. I'll get all these trees moved down into the basement now, because that's a thing we can do. So we want a rowan sapling, great wood, alder, hawthorn, 2 essence of nature, 3 extreme essence, and our tree fiddy seed. And then we need, of course, our wand of the forest. Boom. That's going to start creating us a silverwood sapling. Got plenty of mana in there. I'll get the rest of these trees cut down and we'll put that together. There we are then, that's ready. I can chuck my living rock on there and get my silverwood sapling, excellent. And I can head downstairs. Oh, 3 sapling there. Then you can see I've tidied up out here. We are going to end up with it looking like there's going to be nothing out here. I'm in 2 minds whether to go, like I mentioned before about making a pillbox turret. I'm in 2 minds whether to do that or go for like a little hut, like a little derelict hut. I may go for the hut still. I may go for the pillbox thing still. I am not sure yet. Let's jump down here. I've got a couple of things to chuck in there. Mostly cracked sand. Okay, cracked sand in there. Do the right thing. Let's collect them while we're passing. So 45. I need to get on with stuff. So much stuff to do. I've said that several times already, haven't I? Jump down here. I'm actually going to see if this silverwood grows down in the basement, in the park area. Let's call it. Let's jump down here. Whee! And let's stick that right there. I don't know if the great wood's going to be too big, but I don't think this should be too big. Let's stick it there and see if it grows. I should now be able to hand in quest. It wants me to make an arcane weight table. Okay. For that, I need to find my wand. There's my wand. Cool. And I also need to find my... I wonder where that is. I need to find my ink. I wonder where I put that. Let's have a quick look. I'm hoping it's in here. I've not actually created a Thaumcraft chest, have I? I've chucked it in here. Not in there. Okay, I need to find my inkwell. I have made one. Just finding the damn thing. They're mostly empty. I have probably left... No, hang on. There it is. Cool. I just realised I probably put it with the shards. So there we go. So what I can do now in here is I can right click. I'll go with the middle one. Bam. Gets me a research table. And I can right click with my wand. Bam. To get me a arcane weight bench. Arcane weight table. Sweet. So that's... I may have to pick that up and put it in my inventory. Do you reckon I'll have to? I do have to, okay. And that is done. Silverwood saplings and logs, sweet. Nothing more opened up on that. Let's pick this up then. Got no axe on me at the minute. Come on. So that's picked up. That should let me finish that. Ah, there we go. Sweet. So what's that? Thaumium, Nitor, Arcane Alembics. The goggles are revealing. and gold banded silver gold banded greatwood wand was opened up for me, and that looks like, yep, red crystal, that's auto-magi, excellent. Loads of stuff opened up. I shall work towards getting some of these quests ready to go. I'm not going to jump back into the... Oh, let's hand that in. I'm not going to jump back into the witchery just yet. I just want to get a little bit of this done. I've got some uncommon treasure. I want to get goggles revealing at least. And some thaumium so I can upgrade my weapons and stuff, my tools. And night off underneath my crucible. So I shall get a couple of things done, and I shall come back when I can hand them in. I can place that down there. I shall have to find my crucible. I'm sure I made one. And I shall be back in a minute. What these are going to do is, if we look at our research table, we have got a few things. I did a little bit of research today. I need Victus, don't I? Is Victus... Aqua and Terra, I'm thinking. Yep, there we go. So... you need to do Aqua and Terra to get Victus before you can do a lot of scanning. So now I've done that, I can go and do a lot of scanning. I'll get all these lit up. Now what you can have, by having these crystals, which I might be able to scan now. Probably not. Now look, need to study empty things, so that's vacuous. I should do this in the order. I'll do a quick Google search for Thaumcraft things to scan. And yeah, what these crystals do, and I'm going to put 8 bookshelves, 4 there and 4 there, is get these little star symbols, and what that means is if we use all these up, one will regen, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to get some bookshelves placed down here as well. I've got one of each crystal there, and yeah, cool. I think I'm going to have like this little purple carpet in here as well. And I'm back after several hours away, and I had to have a bit of a kip because my eyes could handle looking at the screen no longer. And I'm now back. I've done a load of quests. It turned out I had a load of quests I needed to get done, and I thought I'd crack through quite a few of them, so now I can hand a few of them in. Now I am back on cam, so that's what I'm going to do. I want 20 of them, I believe, and I'm just chucking some organic stuff into there. Thanks, Wolf. And where's that hat belong? Put it in there for now. Just look at another hat. Lovely. Just been into Nether. I just filled up my gold greatwood wand. So I run around looking for some nodes, and I found quite a few. I found a bright Proditio south of my base. It's got no map, have I? Bright Proditio. I think it's night time. The wolf makes it certainly sound like it. I need a clock down here. So what I'm going to do is I've got stuff here ready to make a couple of spruce clocks. Nice and easy, 1, 2, and if you've not seen this before, if you've watched my videos before, you probably have seen this, but if you've not seen this before, if you make a hand drill, like was shown just there, what you can then do, which is absolutely wonderful, is that you can combine 2 clocks together to make yourself a lovely grandfather clock. Right, shift click one, shift click this other, there we go, wonderful, and nice little touch from Bibliocraft. I'm going to shift right click that, and I'm going to make it so it chimes on every quarter of a day. Smashing. I'll have a quick sleep. So there you go, you see I am still logged in from earlier. If I open my chat earlier, I don't remember. But I've been logged in all day, even when I had a kip. So I've done some stuff in here. Like I said, I put some bookcases in. We are not getting more stars yet, but it does take a while. Normally I have this chunk loaded. Not with a chunk loaded yet, have I? A Railcraft thing. Shall have to get on with that. So right, I made myself some goggles revealing. Rinez. And what I want to do is, did I bring some string down? That's actually what I went up there for. I've got some string, wonderful. Pig, look at that. I've got a pig. I'll show you where he come from in a minute. He's not from a quest. He's not from a quest. He just appeared magically. Because vanilla is where he appeared. Right, I'm going to use my gold cat wand because it's got a better discount on it. I'm going to put my iron cat wand in there and just keep that for spare in case I really need it. I'm hoping not to have to use that very much. The research I've done, it's what I call my basic research pretty much. I do the research expertise and mastery because they help you research. I do the deconstruction table because that'll help us get aspects if we get short on some, even though I've not made one yet. I do the node tapping stuff, so I do advanced node tapping, master node tapping, and node preserver. So that lets us get aspects out of nodes without destroying the nodes. it still can destroy it if you use a iron cap one, so you've got to be careful. Then in Thaumaturgy, all I've done is Great Wood 1 core, gold 1 cap. That's all I've done in there up to now. Alchemy, all I've done is Nitor and Magical Metallurgy. So I can make Nitor and I can make Thaumium. Artifice, I've done Goggles Revealing and Enchanted Fabric. We've actually got a quest for Enchanted Fabric, so that's all I've done there. And then come down here, done nothing in Golomancy. In Automagy, I did Red Crystal. And I just bought our Magic Hourglass. I was curious what that was. Glowing Amber. You can create light sources. Amber on Nitor. So I bought that as well just to see what it was. And that's all I've done. We've got Forbidden Magic in. Didn't know we had Forbidden Magic in. Ooh. Blood Magic. So yeah, we've got Forbidden Magic in. I didn't know. Is that new with 0.7.4? I wasn't sure we had that. Didn't think we had it. But, we've certainly got it, so that's awesome. Love Forbidden Magic. I also really like the look of this. Look at this. Witching Gadgets. This looks like a Thaumcraft witchery crossover. That is awesome. I love Thaumcraft anything crossovers, especially Thaumcraft plus other things I love. So, like Thalmic Energistics and Forbidden Magic. Looks like now we've got Witching Gadgets, which is a crossover of Thaumcraft and witchery, which is absolutely amazing. Love that shit. No need to swear then, was they? Right, so got a load of quests to hand in. What I want to do here is I want to put my goggles on because they're going to get me a 5% discount. Early on, everything's real tight and cheap. I could combine them with a helmet, by the way. Or at least I could have until they got damaged. I can't combine them now. But I was going to wait until I get a Terra Steel suit rather than use that. Right, so I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, and with that I'm going to whip all that out of there and make myself a robe. Bam. And I'll put all them back in again. I've got an odd number, and I'm going to put the robe on because that's going to give us a 2% discount there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do it that way. So I'm trying to maximise the amount of discount I get here. So that's going to let us make 2% discount on our legs, like so. And then finally, wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get the boots. There we go. So I've now got a complete set of them. What I want to do is I want to get a redstone signal on this, so I can swap things instantly by just shift clicking. Well, as it is, I have to do them separately at the minute. So there we go. We've got a full Thaumaturge set, which gives us a bit of discount when we are doing stuff. That shouldn't be a big deal for too much longer, because we'll get to the point where that discount's negligible, but at the minute it's pretty useful to us. Right, I did have my crucible there. I've just moved it over here for now. I moved the kettle just over there for a second because we only need to use this once. Ouch, I'm burning. We only need to use this once to get what we're after, and then we can move it back in there and put Nitor under it instead of having to have a flame under it. So I'm going to go 3 coal, 6 torches, click it with a wand, and I have failed miserably. Why have I failed? Nitor. Ignis Lux Potentia. Oops, I forgot to put glowstone in. I'm a fool. Oh no! Glowstone, glowstone, glowstone. This will have decayed, so there won't be 3 in there left now. I've made a mess. I forgot all about the glowstone. As if. Boop! Got 1. Okay, let's just bin the rest. Screw it. Bit of flux there, don't really care. So, I'm going to put my kettle back. And I think I am about to get interrupted, so I'm going to have to pause for a second. Hello. So that was very new of me, just only getting 1 Nitor, but 1 Nitor is all we really need, so never mind. So Nitor goes there, and now my crucible can go there, and that is a heat source for that. I don't believe the Nitor works as a heat source for anything else other than the Thaumcraft thing there. I'll chuck that handle in there for now. I'll probably just dump that in a chest because we don't really need it for much else. So this is going to cause a mess as well, the way I'm going to do this. We need now to create some thaumium, and for that we need 4 Precantatio, which is the purple one, and then followed by 1 iron ingot. So what I'm going to chuck in here is I'm going to chuck in 20 nether wart, followed by 5 iron, gives me 5 thaumium ingots, and makes a mess because all this is going to decay. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to shift click with a wand, bam. That's what's going to create a bit of taints, which I shall then mop up with a block. Easy enough. There we go. We have tidied that up. I don't like doing it like this really. I'll do really soon is get arcane alembics on here and a furnace and do a constructs on this side, alchemical constructs for making stuff. I don't really stick with thaumium. We're creating stuff in the crucible very long. I tend to skip straight to the automated way of doing it because it's less messy. Right, that can go back in there. I had to relight the netherrack under the kettle. Okay, so we should have a lot of quests to hand in. Let's have a look what we've got. Let's jump in here. So we've got 5 quests in here to hand in. Awesome. We've not done that yet, have we? Red crystal, hourglass. Right. Let's be more red crystal. Let me do that first then. Red crystal is just glass, redstone. And how many do I need? I need 4. So 4 bits of glass, 4 redstone. Gives me 1, yeah. So 4 bits of glass and 4 bits of redstone. Glass is just, in fact, let's have 8 because it's useful stuff. 8 of them and 8 of them, and a bucket of water from my semi-trusty water source there. Bam. Gotta wait for the bubbles. I'm sure not many people are new to Thaumcraft these days, but just in case you are, you have to wait for it to bubble before you can chuck things in. So 8 of them, followed by failed the wrong way around. Clean up my roof a second time. There we go, last bit. And I'll try that again, and I'll do it in the right order this time. So 8 bits of glass, followed by 8 bits of redstone. There we go. That gets us some red crystal, wonderful, and then an hourglass. And as you saw, I did research the magic hourglass, which is a timer, so I can do things like automate my smeltery better now with that. The hourglass is a redstone repeater and some slabs, a bit of sand. I'll do that off camera, I'll land that one in off camera, so we can hand all the rest in that. So that's for the hourglass. Gets us some more red crystal, and we'll probably open up some more stuff. We'll land all these ones in. So I've got my goggles revealing, wonderful. So before I got some of them reward bags, by the way. You just click on them to get a reward from them. So we got a mundane belt, some knowledge fragments, some gold ingots, and some gold coins. What I got before was I got 37 gold coins, and I got 2 gold ingots that I put into my gold chest before. So I'm just going to dump that stuff in there for now from these rewards. So there we go. That gets us some uncommon treasure. That's for making the rest of the robes. There's my... Ooh, I get 2 aura nodes. That's bizarre. That is bizarre. Cool. Creative mode only. So that's a randomly generated node. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And then I made some thaumium, which gets me a tool rod and 5 thaumium ingots. Awesome. And I made a night ore. Luckily I only need 1 and I get 10 more. Sweet. So now I've got the arcane alembics open still. That is a runic matrix for making an infusion altar, and that is a shock focus for adding some focuses to my wand, which I'm not going to do just yet. That's where we are in that. So we'll look down here. Nothing in there. I made these 2 books. I made the Book of Biomes. Very cool. And then that followed on. It asked me to make the Book of Biomes Extended Edition, which is just a Book of Biomes with 4 stone around it. And then what it asked me to do was get a planes page. And the way you do that, very straightforward. is, there's my planes page. All you do is you get your book of biomes, which extended, there it is, and you select which page you want. So you see I've got plain selected, so if I was to select mountain, so it's extreme hills biome, shut the book, then combine it with a bit of paper, bit of blank paper, I'd get a bit of paper for a biome plains, and I presume we are going to use this in a quest to change the biome of where we are into a plains biome. So that's very cool indeed. I'll put that there for now. So I did that one. I expect, did that open something else? No, it doesn't open anything else up. Not in there anyway. That one's still locked. That one is going to be the symbology book, which I have actually made. It's symbology, that one, which is all about using a mystic branch, which we shall get to later on, because you can actually see that in the quest thing. So if we go back into our, let's go all the way down, let's see if there's anything new. Nothing new in there, that's finished. Nothing new in there. Encoding the world, nothing new in there. Nothing new in there. So which you want, that there, it'll be the mystic branch, I think. So we need to work our way towards that to get that sorted. And back into the book, and we've handed in all our Thaumcraft ones at the minute. Apart from, yeah, sweet. So, okay, I want to do another thing in here, since we'll be making armour and stuff. I want to quickly make myself a witch's hat and a witch's robe. I've got all the bits for that. If we look in the crafting table up here, I've got 12 whiffs of magic, 12 bits of leather, and what else do we need? I've missed a bit out, which is, I did this yesterday, I thought I had everything ready. Diamond Vapour, I've not even made them, have I? Oh yes, I have. Diamond Vapour, I have made them, wonderful. So 3 diamond vapours is going to get us 4, 8, 12 impregnated leather. That's our first step towards getting witches' robes. Our next step is to get some golden thread. That's our spinning wheel, whiff of magic, and a hay bale. So let's grab a whiff of magic off there. Come to our spinning wheel where we've got a hay bale already sat in it, and that is going to process. Very nice. I must have died sometime. My death popper is gone. I don't know if it was fighting that ent earlier, or if it was fighting an ent when I was chopping some trees down yesterday. Not yesterday, day before yesterday, when I was last on. At some point I must have died and didn't notice, but I didn't die because I had a death protection poppet, which kept me alive, which is very nice. We can both go in there. And what else did I want? I wanted a creeper hat. There we go. I want 3 creeper hats. I am going to have to enchant an anatheme, or what do they call it? A thame. That guy. Arthana, that's it, I can never say it right. I'm going to have to enchant one of them with looting and sharpness and stuff on, and use it as my main weapon for getting stuff like creeper hearts and stuff. So there we go, we've got all the bits we need, I think now. I can make myself a witch's robe. Smash in. You go in there, you go in there, you go in there. One witch's robe, and get a bit of glowstone. I have got a bit of glowstone. Where, was that quest reward? Must have been. We've also got a witch's hat, so I can look extremely dapper. The witch. The witch with pink pants. Yep, that's not a fashion horror, is it? Okay, so there's another quest done. Let's put the witchy stuff on there for now. I think what I should do is go and show you what I've done downstairs. Claim the reward, get a bit more creeper hats and golden threads. They can go in there. I should show you what I've done downstairs, and I think we should make a redstone soup. Now, because of all the stuff that's growing downstairs, there we go, we've done that one. We have to head into the dream world pretty soon, aren't we? Because of all the stuff I've put downstairs, look at that, we're at 12,500 on the altar. We haven't got a redstone soup, so this is definitely the strongest altar I've ever built. Let's have a quick run down there. I can, of course, upgrade my hammer. Now, shall I go quickly do that? Hammer upgrade, please. I want my tough tool rod. And then I want 3. No. 3. Material cost 3. Oh, I can't use. Oops. Idiot. I need the wooden one. There we go. Not the metal one. So, thorium tough rod. Excellent. Come across to here. Combine thorium tough rod with osmium hammer. It's not letting me. Why? Is that because it's slimy? Have I failed? That should let me do that. What was that? It's letting me do that. And that's slimy as well. Is that because it's got a modifier left? Interesting. Oh. It's a bit whiny, wasn't it? Well, I have to work out what I've done wrong there. Should not let me. What is it? Because it's damaged? It'll be because it's damaged, won't it? I'll let it repair, then try. I'll let it repair, then try. I don't know where I'm going to put them nodes yet, by the way. So, if I come down here, plant loads of trees. I've done 3 of the walls. And check that out. There's a big fan. That's one of the tech blocks. I kind of like that. So, I put one on the wall there. Oh, hello. How are you? Dead, is how you are. And look at this. All my stuff's grown. Awesome. And this is where the pig came from. I've got pigs, sheep, chickens and cows all spawning down here. 3 eggs. Hello cow. You've got yourself in a bit of a precarious position there, see? Hello creeper. So this is how I set up. I never showed you even these two big guys have grown. Let me quickly show you them. I never showed you how I set up the filler to clear the area out. So I want to show you really quick how I did that. Then I shall cut and get ready for redstone soup for the end of the episode. Check this out. There. Oh, the pig get in here. There's them 2 great woods. They actually came up through the floor and into the main base. So I had to, just by 1 block, they destroyed 1 block in here. And they destroyed 1 block in the corridor there as a bit of wood came through the floor. Corridor on the other side there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the setup for the filler I've used. Possibly a little bit wasteful on that must have a node in it because this has turned into a magic forest biome. Did it say on there? Magical forest, yeah. So is that one over there actually. I've got nice magical forest biomes in my base. Lovely. Right, how I've set this up is 4 wooden engines, around a pump, redstone blocks, keeping them running. That's filling this up with water, and then pumping fuel in using another wooden engine. That's great. Let me out. Pumping fuel in using another wooden engine there. Shut up, wolf. And as you can see, we've got no fuel left. What I can do actually, the fuel that's left in the engine, I can turn that around. Turn that back on, and that'll pump the fuel back out of there, back into the tank. So you don't actually have to waste any fuel. Maybe waste a little bit. And then that was just set to clear. And so that is the full underneath of my base. I can finish these walls off. And we have got a nice underbase area sorted that I can set up as a park. Like I said, I'm going to do my Britannia setup. I'm going to move it down here in one corner. I'm going to have farmcraft in one corner. And I'm going to have a ritual circle right in the middle underneath where the altar is. Sweet. Right, I'll cut and I'll get the redstone soup stuff ready and we shall do that before we finish. Okay then, last part of this episode then, I've got all the stuff we need to make our redstone soup. Before we do that, really quickly, I just want to make myself a magic hourglass. For that we need a thing from Automagi called a slither. So if we have just an order shard in there, we get 4 slivers of order. It breaks it down into 4 separate bits. We need 1 of air and 1 of order. Combine that with a weighted pressure plate, a red crystal, and I made the hourglass like I said I would. And put that in there, we get a lovely magic hourglass. These are really nice. They're similar to, if you've not used Automage before, they're similar to the timer from Red Power, Project Red. And what we can do with it is I should be able to put it on here. And I should be able to so if I click it with a wand, you can set what you want it to do. So I want it to 5 seconds repeat loop, pull standard, sweet. And then if I got that, just going to turn that on, and there we go. We've got our automated. Is 5 seconds enough? Let's bang on. Sweet. There we go. We've got a nice bit tardier than using the Buildcraft pipes. We have got our automated iron going into our barrel there. Sweet. And while I'm in here, I was doing this wrong earlier. I was using a normal golden apple. You need a notch apple, which is the one that's gold blocks, not gold ingots. So what I can do with that now is, what I'm going to do with this first is I'm going to combine my Farmium Tough Rod with my repaired osmium hammer. I just use an osmium ingot, and that now works. That makes it into a thalmic rateable, so it gives me an extra modifier there. Then combine it with that and that, gives me another extra modifier there. Sweet, so we're nearly as good as we can get with that. We need one more modifier off a nether star, so I can add more redstone, and I'll probably add more moss for the final one, I guess. So make it quicker. It's already very quick, but make it a little bit quicker still. Very nice. So we are done in here. Let us run across to our cauldron. So I made some refined evil. That was a diamond vapor and a gas tea in the distillery, and I made a tea of the goddess, which is a breath of the goddess, and a lapis, if you remember. So what we'll do now is chuck all these in here. So mandrake root, nether wart, tea of the goddess, refined evil, Butandis extremis, and that should start swirling. Wonderful. And what we're going to see is when it pops out. There we go. There's a drop of luck. What we should see here, this altar should have been, that's taken 12,000 down to 6,000 something. So you see it takes a lot of altar power to make a drop of luck. There we go. We've got a drop of luck now. What we can do now is, I always screw these things up. I need bottles. I nearly forgot to get bottles. So we're going to want to put our robes on, because I believe that gives us more chance of more brews. Don't know if it works with this one, because it's a soup. But can't do any harm, can it? Probably going to do us harm now I've said that. I'll try some more bottles somewhere. Let's just make 3 fresh ones. Glass 1, 2, 3. Nice long episode. Should be about 57, 58 minutes by the time I'm done, I think. So okay, I'm going to chuck these in the order it shows them. So there was our drop of luck. I put them in that order. I'm not sure if order counts, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So look at now redstone soup, and we'll see. I'm kind of going that order: redstone, tongue, drop of luck, belladonna, wool of bat, mandrake root. So redstone, tongue, drop of luck, belladonna, wool of bat, mandrake root, and what we should get is a nice, see the little green things spitting out, that's what you're after. And one, yep, so we're going to get one of them. Okay, that's all good. So our altar is at 12,550. Let's break our chalice and combine our chalice with our redstone soup. Filled chalice, and put that back on there. And we are now at 15,000. Awesome. We have got a 15,000 power altar. How cool is that? Very nice. And I'm going to clear that reward, get 3 more soups. Awesome. There we go, and that opens up Ghost of the Light, Spirit of Otherware, Infernal Animus, and Soul of the World. Those are the infusions that you can do on yourself. Spirit of Otherware is the one that lets you teleport with Witch's Hand, so I shall be doing that very soon, because that's really useful, looking to teleport back to your base. Right, I am going to wrap up there. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Got quite a bit done, I think, and I'm getting on with the build, so that's all good. I hope I see you next time. Cheers. Bye.